All right, everyone, welcome to tonight's workshop. We're going to do safe and healthy cleaning. It is springtime. I thought it was a good time to talk spring cleaning and also the promos. You guys, the freebies for this month are all around cleaning. So I was actually going to teach this workshop in April and thought, I think we should probably do it in March so you guys can appreciate your freebies and definitely take advantage of them. So what I'm going to do, I actually put a really quick PowerPoint together for us. So I will share my screen with y'all. And now if all goes according to plan, I can hit play and it'll work. Yay! Can y'all see the screen? Is it working? It says safe and healthy cleaning, spring cleaning. Somebody has to say yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I see no nodding heads. No one has their video on. All right. So I'm really excited to share this information with you guys because one of the most important uses, I think, for essential oils is to get rid of the toxic chemicals that we have in our house. I love that essential oils support every body system. I love all these things about essential oils, and many of you know me and know how passionate I am. But it's the toxic chemicals in our house that are the scariest things, really scary. And we need to get them out of the house. Many of these toxins live in the cleaners we use in our home on a daily basis. So we are going to talk about that tonight. So tonight, in this workshop, I'm going to share with you a few statistics, discuss a few toxic chemicals that you want to be particularly careful of. There are many others, but you guys, there's over 80,000. I'm not going to go through all of them. I just thought I'd mention a few just so you get an idea of how scary they are. I'm trying to scare you straight. and then I'm going to talk about replacement products, so some Young Living things, as well as share some recipes with you. Although I will tell you the recipes, I actually put them all on a printable for you. And so I'll share that URL at the end so that you guys can go out and just download the recipes. Some use Young Living products, some don't. Some things you just don't need. You don't necessarily need a Young Living product. Baking soda and vinegar are fabulous for some cleaning things. We just want to get the toxic chemicals out of our house. So let's talk. So, federal government does not control toxins. It's a little scary. It's a lot scary. And you guys, did it change to the next screen? Because I've had problems before. I just want to make sure you're on. It says why federal chemical policy needs reform. I just need one person. Yes, perfect. Thank you. And you know what? If I start clicking and you notice that it's not changing, let me know. Okay. The Toxic Substance Control Act of 1976 grandfathered in 70,000, actually between 70,000 and 100,000 chemicals. And some of them are very toxic. Not all of them are. You guys, you have to realize that chemicals themselves are not bad. Okay, water, H2O, is a chemical. O2, oxygen, is a chemical. We don't want to be chemical free because we can't be chemical free. Life is chemical based. It's the harsh, toxic chemicals that we need to get rid of. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. So the Toxic Substance Control Act grandfathered in over between 70,000 and 100,000 chemicals, many of which are toxic. Okay, so we can't be chemical free, but we can be toxic free. Now, these toxins, these chemicals, they grandfathered them in. They said, okay, we're going to work on controlling toxic chemicals, but all of these that you're already using, you can just keep using them, and you don't have to test them. And frankly, since they've added around 80,000 chemicals to American products, and very few have been tested. For the most part, the EPA just relies on voluntary testing from the manufacturers. So according to the EPA, of the nearly 3,000 top-selling chemicals in the U.S., only 7% have a full set of basic toxicity information. And they only have to have toxic labeling if at least half of the animals they tested on die. Kind of scary. Government regulations also protect manufacturers' trade secrets by allowing them to keep their ingredient lists a secret. So they can hide hundreds of chemicals, many of which are toxic, under fragrance and natural flavoring. So when you see those, alarm bells go off. Not always. I will tell you that Zing has natural flavoring. Well, I'll tell you, Zach reacts to natural flavoring that isn't actually good, and he does not. He loves Zing. He actually does very, very well on Zing. So we know the natural flavoring is a good thing. And actually, I think for natural flavoring, I think they've listed it on the website, what is in their natural flavoring. Okay. An average adult is exposed to more than 300 different toxic chemicals before breakfast. Between our skincare routine, our shampoo, our deodorant, what we put in our coffee, and our cleaners, there are lots that we have in our home. And I'm telling you, I've been doing this for years, and I'm still realizing, oh, we have that. I forgot we have this. OxyClean was our latest thing that we got rid of because I thought, OxyClean, I didn't even think of looking it up because it's OxyClean, right? It's got to be good for you. I didn't even think about it. And I realized, no, it's not. And we got rid of that one as well. We also have toxins in our food, our water, our air, in the plastics that we have in our house, in our carpeting, in our clothing. So we want to work on eliminating these. Now, if you add to that it only takes 26 seconds for the toxic chemicals in your personal care products, in anything, right, in your cleaners and anything, to enter your bloodstream. Isn't that scary? 26 seconds. Now, keep in mind that means, because I was initially thinking, well, if I wash my hands really, really fast and rinse them, so soaps that you find in bathrooms, out and about, in restrooms, in restaurants, in gas stations, etc., they have lots of toxins in them. Okay, my sister-in-law, I just discovered, carries a little foam dispenser of Thieves hand soap, and I thought, I didn't even think of that. And I said, I just rinse really, really fast. But there is a toxin in these soaps, many of them, that they find actually in babies' umbilical cords. And that's the sign that it's in the mom's body, right? She's washing her hands, thinks she's doing a really good thing, because you would think, right? But I was thinking, if I wash really fast, under 26 seconds, then it won't get into my body. And I thought, well, no, actually, it's still in my body. It just takes 26 seconds to get to my bloodstream. It doesn't take very long at all. The harmful chemicals you apply to your skin are much more toxic and pose greater cancer and other risks than if you eat them. So how many of you are really cautious about what you eat? You work on having as many organic things as you can, and you really think, gosh, when I'm eating things, I've got to be careful. Your stomach has filters. Your skin does not. None. Anything you put on your skin goes into your body. Think about that. It's kind of scary. Finally, if a label has a warning on it, it's poison. Period. It is. So any of your cleaners that have a warning, and by the way, Thieves Household Cleaner does have a warning. It says not safe for aquatic animals or something like that. I remember reading it, and I thought, that doesn't sound good. And I asked about it, and it's because essential oils, they haven't been tested on fish. So just so you know, if you have a goldfish, you don't want to be rubbing Thieves on your goldfish. So I thought that was kind of funny. Now, many people have grown tired of putting their health in jeopardy just to clean their bathroom, their bedroom, or their kitchen. It's very obvious why green cleaners have such an appeal and why people want to use them. The household cleaning industry has caught on to this and responded in full force with product lines that claim they are green and natural. Now, this is a little scary too, so stick with me. These products are labeled green and or natural for marketing reasons and because they can charge 20 to 30% more with that labeling. They usually contain the same amount of chemicals though, toxic chemicals. This is a practice that's called greenwashing. And if you want to read more about it, you can Google greenwashing. It's basically misleading marketing to make products appear green and healthy. For example, arsenic, uranium, mercury, and formaldehyde are all naturally occurring and poisonous. So they are considered all natural. It doesn't mean it's non-toxic though. It's hard to tell what exactly is in your cleaning products under the Federal Hazardous Substance Act. Now, these toxic chemicals are known to disrupt the endocrine system. So your endocrine system is your hormonal system, if you don't know about this. And perhaps you've heard things about girls starting their periods earlier, about menopause, these crazy menopausal symptoms that people are having. Do you know there are some cultures that don't have menopausal symptoms? They don't have a word for perimenopause because they don't have those symptoms. I remember learning about that in graduate school and just thinking, that's amazing. What's going on here? Think about all the thyroid issues people are having. It's incredible. My daughter actually was just diagnosed with something, and well, they're not quite sure, and they're testing and they're checking it out. But the thyroid is part of your endocrine. Adrenal issues. We have so many endocrine system issues going on right now. Also, these chemicals are known to affect our brains. How many people have focus issues, energy issues? I think we all do. Also, ADD and ADHD, 10 years ago, 1 in 150 children were diagnosed. Now it's 1 in 50, 3 times more. They also are known to cause cancer. Enough said on that one, right? Harm our respiratory health, increase our allergies. Now, over time, the chemical overload can lead to something more catastrophic, like brain disorders such as Alzheimer's or Parkinson's, severe hormonal malfunctions, and of course, cancer. According to the American Cancer Society, 90 to 95% of cancer is caused by environmental factors and lifestyle. That means only 5% of cancer is actually genetic. The rest is preventable. Between lifestyle changes and environmental factors, pretty huge, huh? But until the government enacts laws to force companies to fully disclose their ingredients, we need to take care of ourselves. So that's why we're talking here. We're going to look at a few specific chemicals that I just wanted to mention a few. I think we're all on the same page that they're not a good thing. But let's look at a few that are in products right now that you can find in the store. So triclosan is classified as a pesticide and probable carcinogen by the EPA, which means it causes cancer. And in fact, the EPA gives triclosan high scores both as a human health risk and as an environmental risk. It is a synthetic antibacterial ingredient that contributes to the creation of resistant forms of bacteria like the MRSA. So that's, anyway, so here's the thing. So in the state of Minnesota, they banned triclosan from being in antibacterial soap. It used to be in soap. It has not been banned from mouthwash and toothpaste yet. And yes, you can find it in that. Now, the unfortunate thing is, you can't look at the ingredient label because these things are hidden. Usually it won't say triclosan. It's going to be hidden under natural flavoring, under fragrance, or by another name. Formaldehyde, I think it's formaldehyde, is known by over 100 names. So just know that. And I'm going to give you a way to figure out if what you're using is not good in a second. So stick with me because that can get really frustrating, right? Parabens is something you also want to be looking for. Parabens was found in breast tissue that had cancer. And I think it was almost across the board. So that's something that they became really concerned with. Parabens are used as a preservative and not always labeled, so they aren't on the label. It's a cheap way for companies to make their products last longer without collecting bacteria. Now, a study done by the Journal of Applied Toxicology detected high amounts of parabens in breast cancer cell growth. Okay, that's what I just mentioned. Parabens are able to bind to estrogen receptors where they encourage breast cancer cell growth. It mimics natural estrogen that leads to cancer. It also may contribute to sterility in males, hormone imbalance in females, and early puberty. Isn't that lovely? And it's in lotion, in shampoos, and soaps, and you kind of name it, and it's in it. All right, let's look at 2 more. Toluene is in fragrances, and it is a known neurotoxin that causes loss of muscle control, brain damage, headaches, memory loss, and speech, hearing, and vision problems. Now, I thought this one would be a good one to mention since our products use essential oils for fragrance. So not only do they not harm us, they smell really good, and they support us. Kind of awesome, huh? Finally, let's do sodium lauryl sulfate. I wanted to mention this one in particular because this is the foaming factor in shampoos and dish soaps. And I wanted to mention it because it's not good. It's one of the most dangerous ingredients used in cleaners and personal care products. Laboratories use it to purposely irritate skin on animals and humans so they could test the effectiveness of healing agents on irritated skin. Okay, so they had products that help with irritated skin, and so they used sodium lauryl sulfate to irritate the skin so they could test their products. Isn't that funny? Now, the reason I wanted to share this is we don't want that, and it is one of the challenging aspects of dish soap and Young Living's dish soap and Young Living shampoo is because it won't foam. You gotta hang in there because the foaming is not good. If you have soap that foams, it's probably sodium lauryl sulfate, and you don't want that. Okay, enough about toxins. You guys, there are hundreds, thousands probably hundreds that are toxic. There are about 3,000 toxic chemicals that are used regularly in our products. Now, this is what you can do for yourself. You can get the app. It's called Healthy Living. Okay, let me step back. This is from the Environmental Working Group. The Environmental Working Group is the best site because they don't accept any money from third parties at all. There's also another one out there called Think Dirty. That one actually has been discovered to accept money from manufacturers to give them a better rating. So don't use that one. I deleted that app. Environmental Working Group is a third party, okay? Now, their app is called Healthy Living. Healthy Living, I misspelled it there. But if you search Skin Deep, that's what it used to be called, it will pop up. Because if you put in Healthy Living, you're going to get a million apps. Make sure it's by EWG. It's a green icon with a swirl in it. Now, with this app, you can test personal care products. So this is skincare, makeup is on this app. If you want to test your cleaners or if you want more information, go to their database at ewg.org. Now, there's a bunch of stuff. It's actually really good. I hang out there and read all the time. It's really amazing information. They'll have a bunch of things on their front page. They have lots of things you can read. You can download. They've got a sunscreen ebook, tons of good stuff. They've got two different databases, though. One is for household cleaners and one is Skin Deep. Okay, that's actually ewg.org/Skin Deep. So that's for your personal care. And then you've got the cleaners. Now, the nice thing about the website is they also have ingredients. So you can look up individual ingredients. Young Living products are not in their database yet. But you can look up all the ingredients that are on your product bottles. And I've done that for many of them. And I haven't had anything higher than a 2. 1 is completely safe, and it goes up to 10, which is really bad. It's amazing. It's good stuff. But this is a good way for you to just check it out for yourself so you're more comfortable with using it. So your challenge is, I challenge you to download the app or go to the website and test at least 3 of your products and see. Remember when I was talking about greenwashing? My laundry detergent, it was from a green company, at least it was, and I was using it, used it for years, trusted it, and when I went to go test it, it actually rated a D. I found out later this fabulous company was bought out by a large corporation, and they slowly began changing out the good ingredients for cheaper ones. I was still paying a premium for my D-rated laundry detergent. All right, do you guys have any questions or anything? You're being very, very quiet. It's just good information, isn't it? Sucks you in. Okay, so let's talk about some change-outs. What I want to do is, first of all, go over a few of Young Living's products for cleaning, specifically around cleaning, and then I'm going to share with you a few of well, I'm going to share with you how to download the recipes. Okay, y'all, really, get the Thieves Household Cleaner. This is so amazing. It's such a good deal. You can get the really big one. I've just gotten the small one myself, and it is this size. This is the old label, the brown label. This stuff is amazing. It will replace everything. Everything in your cupboard can be replaced by your Thieves Cleaner. So you've got different recipes, and I'm going to show you in a second some things here with it. But it's plant-based. It's safe for the earth. It's safe for the environment. It's safe for your kiddos who crawl across the floor after you've washed it. It's safe for your four-legged friends. It's cheaper than anything you can buy because it is a concentrate. So you just use a capful in a bottle of water to make a spray. We've used it for everything. Now, I get all the time from people, is it really effective? So, oh, by the way, here are a bunch of recipes. It's actually on your handout, so don't worry. You don't have to screenshot or anything. You can print it in a little bit. Okay, so this is non-scientific, I must admit. Well, maybe it is scientific. I don't know. I had a friend who did this for their homeschool program, and I loved it. So this is the effect. I believe it was 3 weeks later. The growth in a Petri dish after using Thieves Cleaner, Lysol, and Fantastic versus no cleaner at all. And I believe this was washing the floor, if I remember correctly. Isn't that amazing? And then here, this is the toilet swab. So they've got the control. ACV, I'm not sure what that is. Traditional glass spray and Thieves Cleaner. So you can see that's pretty amazing. And then the floor swabs. This was a different study, a different friend. So I just wanted to share those with you. I feel very comfortable using Thieves. I feel way more comfortable with the germs than the toxic chemicals as well. So that's something you might want to think about. The germs are far, you know what, here's the thing. I always feel more comfortable if someone gets sick from a germ that is by accident. I'm much more comfortable than someone, if one of my kids got sick, really sick, from a toxic chemical I was using that I could have not used. Think about that. You can decide for yourself, obviously. Okay, let's talk laundry soap. Laundry soap, I put this in here. It's not really part of spring cleaning, I suppose, unless you're pulling down your curtains and washing them. But here's the thing. Laundry soap is one of the most toxic things in your house. And you're putting chemicals onto your clothes, and then you're wearing them 24/7, right? You've got something on all the time. Or you're laying in bed, having your head on the pillow, your skin on your sheets, 24/7. We are absorbing chemicals because the purpose of laundry soap is to hold the chemicals in the clothes because people want the fragrance or they want it to look extra white. And you can see here this whole list of things that you find in leading laundry soap. Optical brighteners is really common. Optical brighteners are chemicals that actually stay in the clothing to reflect blue, I think, so your whites look whiter. They're incredibly toxic. There's actually many toxic chemicals that are hidden under optical brightener, underneath that term. So optical brightener isn't a specific toxin, it's many, many toxins. Okay, so with a plant-based formula, Thieves laundry soap gently and naturally washes your clothes, cleaning them without any chemical or synthetic residue. Natural enzymes and powerful essential oils add to the formula's strength to leave your clothes fresh and clean with a light citrus scent. We love this. And a bottle lasts about 2 months. Now, I also want to point out, it's expensive. Okay, it's more expensive than others that you're going to buy, for sure. This is what I want you to think about, okay? Because when I looked at it, our other bottle, this is 64 loads. It's a little tiny bottle, but it's ultra concentrated, so use a tiny amount. Our other bottle was 64 loads. It costs $14.75. This one costs $28.75. I just want you to take a moment to do the math here. I kind of wish I'd made a slide on this. I'm going off script though, because I want you to think about this. So let's just round it up to 30 to make it easier to do the math. 64 loads lasts us a full 2 months. It actually lasts us more like 2 weeks. And yes, I've kept track. I always write down the date of when we start just so I can keep track of how much we go through. It is, okay, so that's $15 a month for my laundry, okay? That's $15 more than what I've spent. So that's $7.50 more a month. So start breaking it down, looking at it that way. Now, if you're on ER, you get points back, okay? So I'm actually at 25%, but let's make it 20% because you're on 20%. Once you've been on ER for just 3 months, you're gonna be at 20%. So we'll do 20. So that's $6 back. That means it only costs $24. Now, stick with me. I know you're still paying $30, but your points go up, and you're eventually going to be able to buy a Thieves detergent with your points, right? So 24, okay? Now, at 24, now you're only paying, I can't believe I can't do this in my head, $9 more than the old stuff, okay? Now, if you spread that over the 2 months, that's about $1 a week. $1 a week to get rid of the most toxic thing you have in your house. One of the most. I think it's top 5. And it's on your skin all the time. $1 a week. And you might be it might even be less for you. Depends on what detergent you've been using. So I want you to think about that. All right. Next thing is dish soap. Okay, this dish soap, lots of hacks with this one, okay? First of all, get a foaming, oh, and I don't have my container. I actually don't know if you can see me or if you're just seeing my screen. I think I might be in the corner there and you can see me. Okay, oops, I just moved to the next one. Sorry. Going back, I can't go backwards, so just imagine the dish soap. If you get a foaming cleanser, you can put a squirt in the foaming cleanser. So I've actually used a Thieves hand foaming cleanser, and I keep it at my sink. And I just put a squirt of the dish soap in, and it lasts, one, it lasts much longer, and 2, I get a little bit of foam, so there's a little satisfaction there. Plus, between all my family members, people tend to wash one thing at a time, and I don't really want them putting a whole squirt of Thieves dish detergent, filling the sink full of soap and water when they're washing one thing. Just get a squirt from the pump and wash whatever it is you have. Your dish soap is one of those top 5 things with toxins, right? The sodium of the most toxic things in your home, especially if you're still using the blue stuff. You don't want to know what makes it blue. Just throw it away and start fresh. And you'll thank me, okay? Dish soap is really important to get into your house. Putting your hands in hot soapy water, pores get larger. Guess what's going right into your body? And people say, well, I wear gloves. And that's great, but there's still going to be residue on your dishes. You just need to get rid of it. Okay? Now, next we have Thieves dish powder, which we already have here. Dishwashing detergents are notoriously toxic. Really, really unsafe. If you love the smell of clean dishes when you open the dishwasher, well, I did at one point until I learned that dish soap can be one of the most toxic chemicals under the kitchen sink. Okay, and the lovely smell is only the product of harsh toxins. And I don't want those harsh toxins on something I'm eating off of. So give your dishes the clean they deserve with Thieves dish detergent. Now it has Thieves lemongrass and orange essential oils, naturally derived soap berries, and 2 cleansing enzymes. We love it. It actually comes out clean with there's no etching on our glasses, which we're having problems with. There's no film, there's no residue. One of the things my husband noticed is he was filling our water glasses, and there was soap around the edge. There were bubbles around the edge of the water. He said, this is soap that we're drinking. And he went on a rampage. He actually used Thieves household cleaner for a while. Just put a capful in the dishwasher in the soap container until they released the dishwashing powder. So that was very exciting. So I think that covers that. So it's environmentally friendly and biodegradable. That's the other thing, you guys. When we're using these detergents and soaps that have harsh chemicals, we're putting them into the earth. We're running them down our drain and into the earth. And we want things that are biodegradable so they're not harming the earth. And this is. All right. Now, here's a few really simple things you can do to clean up your house, clean up your cleaning, and make things safer for yourself. First of all, dust with a damp cloth. So that's actually very helpful. Microfiber is helpful. I love Norwex cloths as well. They're great microfibers. That prevents the dust from getting in the air, which affects your breathing. And realize that toxic chemicals land in your dust. Okay, it's caught up in your dust. So all of the toxins in our air, we've got it. You know, it happens. You've got it. I mean, it's outgassing from your carpet and from your curtains. I'm a little bit of a doomsdayer, aren't I? I'm sorry, this is doomsday day, but at the same time, it's good to know. So with that, the toxic chemicals in that layer of dust, you don't want it to come up. No feather dusters. A wet, damp cloth, a damp cloth, or a microfiber is really great. Open windows to freshen your air regularly. So the EPA estimates indoor air is 2 to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air because of our household cleaners, air fresheners, candles, carpeting, outgassing, all of those things. So opening the windows, really a good idea. And you want to wash your produce. Now, whether or not you use organic, you want to wash your produce well. I love these fruit and veggie soap spray. I love it. I really do. And for those of you staying till the end, I have a drawing for a sample of it. So there's going to be a sample coming to someone. All I do, and I do this for my organic fruit and vegetables because they have found pesticide residue on organic fruits and vegetables just because it's in the air and it lands. It comes down with the rain. So it's not as much as things that have been sprayed with pesticides, but it's still there. So what I do is when we go grocery shopping, all the produce is on the left side of the sink, and I empty the drain where our dishes dry. I fill the sink with water, and I add, however much these, you just read the directions. I add about a capful because I don't fill it super full. And I put as much in the sink as I can, shuffle it around, let it soak for about a minute or two. I start with like berries, that sort of thing. And then I bring them out and I have a colander in the drying rack for the small things. And I just rinse them. You don't have to rinse them really well. But with berries, I like to rinse them because I don't want the flavor to be inside. If you do eat it, it's okay. Okay, you're actually eating good stuff. There's actually in this is Digize Vitality is in this fruit and veggie wash. So if you consume it, it's actually going to support your digestion. Not a bad thing. But then I'll do the harder rind things. So oranges or melons or my bananas, and I let them soak as well. And then I put away some of my groceries, and I come back and I rinse it and I stick it in the drying rack. And then I just let them dry. But I wash everything. I wash my greens, everything. And you guys, there are things I wish I could tell you about these fruit and veggie soap. I can't record it. It's not FDA compliant. I'm sorry. But if you ever really want to know, we can chat because it's amazing. Okay, guys, we're at the end. Here are your recipes. So if you go to simplyserendipityscentral.com/recipes, you're going to get on a page and there will be, it'll say recipes, and just click on that and it'll pop up and just print. Okay? So here are your recipes. I found recipes for almost everything that everyone asked for on the Facebook page except bleach. I cannot find my bleach recipe. I will work on that and I will get it to you as soon as I find it, if I can find it. But I will definitely get it to you. Okay, hopefully you guys all got that. And thanks, everyone. I'm not quite done yet. I want to pull back so you guys can ask questions. All right, y'all. So I want to open it up to questions. Anybody have any questions for me at all? I'll do the drawing in a second. No questions at all?
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes, please.
A stain remover for clothes before you put a pre-stain when you put it in laundry, so you don't have to use, shout or something.
Yes. I have 2 suggestions. Okay. And thank you for asking, because I think I forgot to put that one on the recipe list. So I'm really glad you asked. 2 things. 1, you can put Thieves Cleaner straight, non-diluted, in a roll-on.
Okay.
So one of your essential oil roll-ons, straight Thieves Cleaner.
Okay.
Or also the dish soap is an amazing pre-stain.
Okay. Now, my second question is, my dishwasher only works well with liquid. I've tried other, like 7th generation and other Shackley powders, and it doesn't work. It only works with a liquid.
Then I would try the Thieves Household Cleaner. We use that.
In your dishwasher?
Mm-hmm.
Do you dilute it?
Nope. We just put like half a capful. Right in the dishwasher.
Okay, good to know. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question, Laura.
Yes.
Do you have to use a glass bottle with the cleaner?
That's a really good question. The Thieves Cleaner bottles are actually hospital grade plastic, but it's concentrated in here, right? It's straight. I've used plastic for a long time. I'm now moving over to glass. The plastic, though, didn't seem to etch. I did use glass for my window cleaner, though, because I added lemon oil to it. And so I figured the lemon oil, especially because I put it right in straight, I was afraid. This is kind of handy to get a spray top for it. This is one of the part of the giveaway that I'm doing is the spray top that's specifically fit for the Thieves bottle. So this is not concentrated Thieves. Okay, this is an empty bottle that I turned into a spray bottle. So I guess my answer to my question is I've used plastic. I don't have a specific one. I think glass is probably better, or the Thieves bottle, because that's hospital grade. But I did use plastic for quite some time without it etching. So it's pretty diluted inside there. I did 22, 24 ounces with a cap or 2, and the rest was water. Good. Any other questions? It's hard because you guys are actually down here on my computer, but I'm using my webcam, so I want to look at you. All right. So just so you know, Christine Becker won the giveaway of the Thieves spray, veggie spray from the other day when we did that one. And I need to, okay, you guys, here's what we're going to do. I want Dory to pick a number between 1 and 11.
11.
All right, so the winner of the giveaway is your phone number. So 641-373. So whoever that is, if you want to put your name, actually, you know what? You could text me too, or message me afterwards and let me know you're the winner. What you're going to get are the Thieves spray. You're going to get a spray top for your Thieves bottle, and you're going to get a sample of the veggie wash. This is a lot, actually. It's probably going to be 3 things, and laundry detergent. So yay, congratulations. So I don't know if you can type in the chat, go ahead. It's going to be a mystery who it is. You guys, thanks for joining me. It has been a pleasure. I hope you guys go out and nab the recipes, get them for yourself. I will work on the bleach recipe because I know that's a big one for everyone. And let me know if you have any questions.
Thanks, Laura.
You bet, everybody. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.